No one else. Okay. So let us start today's class. Okay. Start today's class. So last class we did a question. Yeah, we did a question. Okay. So let me just give you a recap. Okay. Let me just give you a recap. So we started with a very abstract idea of internal energy, right? We started with a very abstract idea of internal energy, that is U. You know, we started with U. This is internal energy. Whatever energy a particular system is having, it is known as the internal energy. Now, slowly we came to know that we don't need delta U, rather we need delta. We don't need U, but we need the change in internal energy. Then we understood that if I want to change the energy of a system, I can do it only in two ways. I can either do it by heat or by work. I can do it by heat or work. That means delta U is equal to Q plus W. Okay, Q plus W. And after this, we got some use cases. You know, for example, if I have isothermal expansion, that means in isothermal expansion, what happens? There is no change in the temperature. There is no change in the temperature. That means whatever you are doing, if you are giving any heat, all of that heat is getting consumed into the work by system. So delta U is equal to 0. There is no change in the internal energy. And I can say Q is equal to negative of W. Then we also said that if I have isochoric, that means if delta V is equal to what? Delta V is equal to 0. Here delta U will be equal to Q. And we said that this Q will be QV, a heat when the volume is constant. Acha. Meanwhile, on the side track, we also said delta is equal to, sorry, W is equal to minus of P external delta V. Okay. There is also a formula for V reversible, which is equal to 2.303 log, sorry, 2.303. After that, we have nRT, right? nRT log of V2 upon V1 or V1 upon V2. Tell me, V2 upon V1 now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, we said that if P external is equal to 0, that means it in vacuum. If something is happening in vacuum, then also the delta U will be equal to Q only. And at last, we took an example where the P external is constant. Wait a second. Walaikum assalam, Muhammad Umar. If P external is constant. Now, if P external is constant, then what I can say? I can say that whatever enthalpy is happening. Now, if P external is constant, then you have QP. So delta H is equal to the heat given out in constant pressure, heat given out at constant pressure. And after that, we started using delta H everywhere. Why? Because it is most useful. It is most useful state function. That is enthalpy. Enthalpy is the most useful state function. Why? Because generally we have the pressure constant. If we do any reaction, we do it under the atmospheric conditions, atmospheric pressures, and that is why the pressure is constant. Now, we saw about enthalpy of reaction. We saw some things about enthalpy of reaction. Okay. Now let me write the topic of today's class, which we will start with thermochemical equations. We have seen chemical equations, but let us now understand thermochemical equations. Thermochemical equation. Okay. Now, what is a thermochemical equation? See, thermochemical equation, it is just like chemical equation only. Okay, it is just like chemical equation, a balanced chemical equation, but it will also give you some information about the thermodynamics. Now, the only parameter that we are interested in thermodynamics is delta H. Why? Because most of the reaction happens under the atmospheric pressure, and that is why we are mostly interested in delta H. Okay, so please write thermochemical thermochemical equation, a balanced chemical equation. A balanced chemical equation. By the way, nobody submitted any assignment. Why? Guys, I see that some of you submitted the assignment for organic chemistry. Yes, Abhinav. Abhinav submitted, he is saying. Okay, Umar, yesterday. Which one? Name of the assignment is CPCV bomb calorimeter. Bomb calorimeter, that one. CPCV and bomb calorimeter. Monday's assignment. A balanced chemical equation which gives the heat change, that is enthalpy change, during the reaction. Yes, I received your IUPAC one, but I will only check that on Saturday. No? I received that. During the reaction is called thermochemical equation. So I'm writing an example. You have carbon plus O2 Yes, I have received the IUPAC nomenclature one, non-alkyl substituent. You will have carbon, which is a solid, plus O2, which is a gas. They will mix together to form CO2, which is a gas. Please write this now, okay? Muhammad Umar, write this now. Don't write things on chat. Which is accompanied by a delta H say reaction of minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole. So this is the most common way of writing thermochemical equation. The other way what you can see is carbon, which is a solid, plus O2, which is a gas, gives you carbon dioxide and 393.5 kilojoule of heat. 393.5 kilojoule of heat. Okay. Now in this case, as you can see, here it is plus 393.5 and minus 393.5. So why here it is minus? So minus means it is released, and if I'm writing something, if I'm writing anything in the product, that means it is being released. Okay, so don't get confused with the plus sign here and the negative sign here. Okay, so negative sign just denote it is in the product side. That means it is released, as we have formed carbon dioxide and we have also evolved 393.5 kilojoule of energy. So these are the two ways of writing thermochemical equation. This is the most common one. This one is the most common one. Let me know if you're done. Can I move on? Yes or no, guys? Right this far, there was nothing for understanding it. Yes, Atif, Muhammad Umar, Abhinav, can I move?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is a basic introduction of thermochemical equation. Okay. Now we are going to study about first enthalpy. Now enthalpy of reaction. So delta HR, right? Now enthalpy, a reaction can be of many types, right? You can be forming something. You can be either burning something. These are common examples of, right? You can be burning something. And what else you can be doing? You can be reacting something with water that will give you the hydration reaction. Okay, then you can be breaking some bonds. That will be atomization. So there are different ways, there are different types of reaction that we are going to study. And the foremost and the very first one is the enthalpy of formation, in which you a reaction in which you form a particular molecule or compound. So please write enthalpy of formation. Enthalpy of formation. Please write the statement enthalpy of formation. Now, these definitions are important. Okay, these definitions are important, not for remembrance. You don't need to remember it, but you have to know the essence of the definition. So please write the enthalpy change. The enthalpy change, that means delta H. The enthalpy change, that means the delta H, when 1 mole of a substance is formed, is formed from its elements in their most stable state, in their most stable states, is called enthalpy of formation. The most important word in this particular, the most important point in this definition is when 1 mole of substance is formed. So you, in the reaction, you will always keep in the reactions is important. In the reaction, you will always keep what? The product as 1 mole. Okay, in the stoichiometric coefficient of the product will be always 1 mole, and that reaction will give you the enthalpy of formation of the substance. Okay, so let me write a question here. Which of the following is a valid thermochemical equation for enthalpy of formation? Okay, enthalpy of formation is given by delta H. Just keep this as reactions, okay? Yeah, so tell me which of the following is a valid thermochemical equation for enthalpy of formation? Yes, Atif, what do you think? Yes, Atif. No idea. Abhinav, what about you? What do you think? Yes, Abhinav, can you hear me? What happened? You guys can't hear me or what? Muhammad Umar, Najib, Nida, Reba.
Yes,
Yes, Reba, tell me. What do you think?
sir, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Can you read the definition for me for enthalpy of formation?
The enthalpy change when 1 mole of a substance is formed from its elements in their most
How many?
uniform form.
Okay. How many moles? How many moles?
1 mole.
1 mole. Okay. Now tell me. Look at the reactions.
A.
Anna? So see, you have to, whenever you are looking now, you have to always keep in mind if you're writing for the enthalpy of formation, and if it is given in the question for enthalpy of formation, the product whatever you're forming will be 1 mole. It should be 1 mole. It doesn't matter whatever the stoichiometric coefficient of the reactant is, but for the formation you should always have 1 mole. Okay, for 1 mole. That means only A is a valid thermochemical equation for the enthalpy of formation, and this is the enthalpy of formation of what? Of CO2. It has nothing to do with carbon or oxygen. It has only to do with carbon dioxide. It is only to do with carbon dioxide. Okay. Now, similarly here, if we want to write the chemical equation for the enthalpy of formation of HCl, then we have to change this equation. Okay, then we have to change this equation. Okay, sorry. Don't write this here, okay? This one is fine, but that is the double. It will be 90 will be equal to 180, 184 minus 184.6 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to write the enthalpy of formation. That means I have to divide this by 2, but I cannot divide this only the product side by 2. I have to divide the whole thing by 2. So I will get 1 by 2 H2 of gas plus Cl2 of Cl2 of gas, giving me HCl gas. Okay, but please remember now this enthalpy information is also a part of the chemical equation. So now as we have 1 mole of HCl, I can write delta H formation. This will be equal to half of 84.6 divided by 2 kilojoule per mole. Okay, which will be equal to minus 92.3 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so similarly here, if I want to convert this for the enthalpy of formation, what I have to do, I have again divide by 2 so that I can get 1 on the product side. So it will be 1 by 2 of N2 plus 3 by 2 of H2, giving me NH3 gas. Okay, now again, it doesn't matter whatever we have here. Okay, it doesn't matter whether this is 3 by 2 or this is 1 by 2. It does only matter what we have to write this as 1 mole of NH3 because we want to write the enthalpy of formation. We want to write this enthalpy of formation. Have I made it clear? Are you guys following me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now what will happen? This will also get divided by 2 and we will get minus 46.1 kilojoule per mole. Okay. Now this is enthalpy of reaction. This is the enthalpy of formation here. Okay. Write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
No.
Sir, I'm not done.
No, you're not done.
Done, sir.
Calculate the enthalpy of formation of HBr from the following information. Okay, from the following information. Can you guys do it? Yes or no? Atif, Reba, Muhammad Umar, Najib.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no? Okay. Yes, Atif, correct. By the way, Muhammad Umar, you're completely utilizing your latest purchase, huh? You're doing the assignments there only.
Sir?
You're completely utilizing the latest purchase, na, that you made.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing the notes also there? The same thing?
No, I'm writing it on my book.
Notebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Sign, Muhammad Umar, sign. What about others? Reba, Nida, Najib, Umar Abdullah, Muhammad Sheikh, Abhinav, Rishan. Yes, Abhinav, you're stuck. Reba, are you stuck? Acha, Reba gave the answer. Nida, mm, no, Muhammad Umar, can you not see there is a negative sign here? Yeah. So I want to write the delta H formation for HBr. The only thing that I need is one HBr should be the product. Okay. Now what I can do, I can form this by dividing the whole equation by 2. So I will have half of H2 gas plus half of Br2 gas, and this will be giving me delta H formation, which will be equal to the half of minus 72.8 kilojoule per mole by 2. Okay. Done, guys? Yes or no? Yeah. Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please write. That is standard enthalpy of formation. Standard enthalpy of formation. Okay. And this is what delta H F naught. You will see a degree sign here. This represents it as a standard enthalpy. Now, what do I mean when I say standard enthalpy? I mean that it is the same thing, enthalpy of formation calculated at 1 bar pressure with all the elements in their standard states. Okay. Okay. Can all of you go to NCERT textbook? And go to page number 173. Page number 173. Okay, who is at page number 173? Can I get a yes or no, sir, from anyone? The part 1 book, okay? The first part. Yes, is anyone there? Yes or no? Maybe what happened? Yes, Reba, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in 133,
173.
yeah. Can you see standard molar enthalpies of formation?
No, sir.
No, what do you see?
I see lattice enthalpy and
Lattice enthalpy?
and enthalpy of solution.
Okay, fine. You have an old book, I guess. Go like flip a few pages ahead, not ahead, before. You need to go back a few
Yes,
pages.
sir. Standard enthalpy of combustion.
At 298 Kelvin, correct? Table 6.2. Yes. No. Yes or no?
Standard molar enthalpies of formation.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, they have there. Okay, so those who are seeing the textbook now. Okay, what I can do is I can also share this. I want all of you to see, because can you see this? Yes or no? You can see this now.
Yes, sir.
Now see this part that they have mentioned 298 Kelvin. Okay. Now if they are mentioning 298 Kelvin, then please remember that the standard molar enthalpy of formation, it does not have any specific temperature. That means standard molar enthalpy of formation can also be measured at 298 Kelvin. It can also be measured at 273 Kelvin. Okay. It can also be measured at 273 Kelvin. But when you are tabulating it, recording it, then you have to mention that you have calculated the standard molar enthalpies of formation at what temperature. You understand? That temperature you don't have. Whenever if somebody asks you in the exam what is standard molar enthalpy of formation, please remember that you don't have to specify the temperature. Okay, that's definition. It does not contain the temperature. The definition does not contain the temperature. It only has one condition, that is 1 bar of pressure. 1 bar of pressure, and whatever element you are taking, it should be in their standard state. What does that mean? For example, if I am calculating at 298 Kelvin, if I'm calculating at 298 Kelvin and I'm calculating the molar enthalpy of water, then I should take this as H2O liquid. I should take this as H2O liquid. Okay. This is the only thing. If I'm calculating at, let us say, minus 10 degrees Celsius, then I will have to form H2O solid. Then I have to calculate. Okay. But it is a trivial point, but it is an important point. Okay. It may seem trivial, but it is important. 1 bar pressure with all the elements in their standard states. Done? Done, guys? Yes or no?
Good, sir.
Guys, when I'm writing these things now, please write with me. Are guys done? Are you done? Yes or no? Done?
Yes.
Okay. Now write a note. Very important note. Okay. This is very important note. It says about, for example, O2. Do we need any reaction? What is the reaction to form O2? O2 is formed. Oxygen is found as O2 in its natural state. So for oxygen, the elemental state, the natural state is O2. If the natural state is O2, we don't need any enthalpy of formation, and that is why it is taken as 0. That is why it is taken as 0. Okay, for not only for O2, but if you have anything, any molecule, not any molecule, but any element in their elemental state, in their most stable state, in their standard state, it is taken to be 0. So please write by convention. The delta HF naught of an element in its standard state. Standard state means most stable state. In its standard state is arbitrarily assumed to be 0. Assumed to be 0. Okay. That means delta HF naught of oxygen O2 is equal to 0. Delta HF naught of carbon solid is equal to 0. Similarly, delta HF naught of N2 will be 0. Okay, you get the idea. Yes or no? You guys get the idea, no? What I mean by this? What happened? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Done? Or are you guys writing? You guys are writing?
Done, sir.
Atif, Muhammad Umar, Muhammad Sheikh, what about you guys? Writing? Done.
Done.
No. Relationship between, please write. Relationship between delta H R naught and delta H F naught. Okay, listen. You don't have to write this one. You don't have to write anything from here, okay? A is giving B. A is giving what, Atif? A is giving what?
B, sir.
A is giving B. Can I say that I am eliminating, I am destroying A and I am forming B? Yes or no? Yes. Atif, Muhammad Umar, Muhammad Sheikh, Najib. Can I say this? If I'm going from A to B, that means I am destroying A and I am forming B.
Yes, sir.
Yes, all of you.
It depends, sir.
Why? Why?
There are like different type of reactions, like decomposition reaction, where we are actually destroying the reactant to give a product. But in some cases, like in the reaction of carbon dioxide, we are not destroying anything in A. We're just using carbon and oxygen to form carbon dioxide.
So carbon is completely gone now. Carbon is gone. Yes or no? Like the elemental carbon, it is gone now.
Yes, sir.
If I have formed carbon dioxide,
Yes,
if I,
sir,
okay,
the
you're,
element- yeah, the elemental carbon will be gone.
So that is what I am saying. So yeah, I understand your concern that yeah, carbon is present, nothing is destroyed and nothing is created. But just for the sake of understanding, I can say that carbon, elemental carbon is destroyed now, and we have formed the carbon dioxide molecule. Okay, so all of you agree with this point? We are destroying A and we are forming B, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. We are destroying A and we are forming B. We are forming B. Now, let us suppose I'm writing something. Let us suppose if I have this A. This A is formed by a molecule Z. It is formed like this. Okay. Now Z is giving me A. Z is giving me A. Now in this particular case, I am forming A. All of you are with me till here? If I look at this reaction, then I am forming A. If I look at this reaction, I am destroying A. Anything? All of you are following me, na? Till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. If I say the formation of A involves Q amount of heat. If the formation of A involves Q amount of heat, then the destruction of A will require minus Q amount of heat. Tell me, can I say that yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No problem till here. Okay. Now, can I say now? No, this is not lattice energy, Muhammad. This is not lattice energy. Formation of B requires QB. Any problem till here?
No, sir.
No problem. Now what I will do? What is Q of A? Q of A is the delta HF naught of A, right? Negative sign means we are destroying it. Negative sign means we are destroying it. Formation of B, what is QB? Positive sign means we are forming it. We are taking it as it is. We are taking it as it is. Now I can say delta H of reaction. The heat that is involved in reaction is that we are getting this much. We can write, I will write delta HF of B minus delta HF of A. Any problem till here?
No, sir.
All of you understand? All of you are following me? Atif, Muhammad Umar, Muhammad Sheikh, Najib, Abhinav, Ausaf. Huh, guys? Asaf, you're late, huh? Okay. Now what I can write? Now, please remember like this. You will always remember like this. Delta H of reaction, delta H naught. Okay, sorry, H naught. Please write H naughts here. Is equal to delta H naught of product minus, so here it is delta HF naught of reactants. Then guys, yes or no? That means if I give you the enthalpy, enthalpy of formation of products and reactants, then you should be able to tell me the delta H of the reaction, the whole reaction. Okay. Write this down. Let me know if you're done. Done, guys? Yes or no?
Wait, sir.
Okay. Let me know if I can move on. Okay. What happened? Done. Still writing.
Done, sir.
Atif, Muhammad Umar, what happened? Writing, Atif? It seems Atif is not here. He gets disconnected
Yeah, I
something.
finished, sir.
Oh, okay, we are here. Write a question. Calculate the enthalpy change. Calculate the enthalpy change in the reaction for NH3 plus 3O2 is giving me 2N2 plus 6H2O liquid. At 298 Kelvin. At 298 Kelvin. Given that the enthalpy of formation of NH3 is equal to minus 46 kilojoule per mole and of H2O and of H2O is minus 286.0 kilojoule per mole. So to start like this, delta H naught of reaction is equal to delta H F of products minus delta H of reactants. So what is product? So product is 2N2. Please remember, you have to also mention the number of moles. Okay, you have to also mention the number of moles. So the delta HF of 2N2 plus 6H2O minus delta HF of 4NH3 plus 3O2. Okay. Now tell me, we have been only given these two. Does anyone know why we are not given the enthalpy of formation of N2 and O2? Is there anyone who knows that? Yes or no? Just tell me, we have not been given anything about NO2, N2 and O2, but we need it, right?
Because it's 0.
I asked yes or no only.
Oh,
You know the reason, Reba?
yes, sir.
Okay, fine. तो हमने आप लोगों को ना, Reba, you have done periodic properties with me, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Reba, you have done. No? So in that, I told you to, I told that there is one particular mnemonic that will be very useful. Do you remember that mnemonic which will be very useful? Lifetime?
No, sir.
No, you don't remember. There is one very beautiful mnemonic, the trick to remember a certain group in the periodic table in D block element. That mnemonic is Man Tak Re. You remember that mnemonic? You remember this
Yes,
trick?
sir, yes.
Man Tak Re. So you have to keep it in your heart. You don't have to say everything out, right? So this was one of those instances then you should have kept it to yourself. Man tak re. Okay. Anyone else who knows why we don't need, or why why they have not given the enthalpy of formation of N2 and O2? Yes, Atif, do you have any idea? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You have some idea. What about Awsaf? Awsaf, you were late. I don't know how much you are getting this. Yes, Awsaf, are you there?
Yes, sir.
है ना, एक तो लेट, ऊपर से ना प्लीज बोलिए, नहीं तो एक तो आप मतलब लेट इन द सेंस दैट यू हैव ज्वाइंड द बैच लेट, देन यू आर कमिंग टू क्लास लेट. ऑल दैट इज फाइन, है ना, ऑल दैट इज फाइन, but at least speak, otherwise I will forget your name. Okay, so these guys have been with me for a very long time, so I know their names. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. What about Abhinav? You know the reason? Abhinav? No, Abhinav is not here. Muhammad Umar, do you know the reason?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. What about Nida?
No.
You don't know. Okay. और अच्छा, आपके दो दोस्त भी तो है. हाँ, मोहम्मद शेख, do you know the
No,
reason?
sir.
No. What about Najib? Do you know the reason? Yes, Najib. Najib also don't know. No. Okay. You read this note now. Read this note. By convention, the delta HF naught of an element is in its standard state is arbitrarily assumed to be 0. It is assumed to be what? It is assumed to be 0. That means if I have O2 or if I have N2, the enthalpy of formation will be 0. Why? Because they are in their standard state. They are elements, oxygen and nitrogen, and they are in their standard state. And that is why they have not given. And these are the type of questions in which students are like, sir, something is missing, sir. We have not been given the whole information, sir. Something is missing. I need some more information. No, you don't need any more information. So for N2, this is 0. Similarly, for O2, this will be 0. Why? Because by convention, we take the standard enthalpy of formation of elements in their standard states as 0. Now you just have the delta HF of H2O. What it is? It is minus 286. But please remember, you have to multiply 6 because they are saying if 1 mole of water per mole means 1 mole of water is formed, then 286 kilojoule of heat is evolved. So if we are forming 6 moles of water molecule in the reaction, see, that means 6 into minus 286 kilojoule of energy will be released minus delta HF of NH3. But how many times? 4 times. 4 times NH3. What is NH3? Minus 46. Okay. So 6 the what is this? Minus 286. No, minus 286 will be 6 6 1 17 plus 6 4s are 24, 4 16 17 18. Whatever your answer will be, it will be in terms of kilojoules per mole. Okay, this will be also in kilojoule per mole. Now please calculate this and send the answer in chat. Write this fast, okay? Write this fast. Yes, Atif, correct. Abhinav, do you understand it now? Why we have not been given the enthalpy of formation of N2 and O2? Okay. Yes, Riva. Okay. So the answer that you will be getting is yes, correct. Now write a similar question. Calculate the enthalpy of the following reaction. Calculate the enthalpy of following reaction. You have CH4 plus 2O2 gives me CO2 gas plus 2H2O. Okay. So this is the only question. Now you will ask me, okay? You will ask me whatever information you need, okay? You have to calculate the enthalpy of this reaction. This is how you are going to do. You will first write this, and then you will ask me the enthalpy of formation of the elements, okay? Then I will tell you. I will not write it. Okay. What happened? No one wants any information. Atif, you don't know how to proceed? Atif, do you know how to proceed?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Okay, okay, Reba. This is how things will be in the real life. Real life may you will be having problems like this, okay, not questions. So what you guys are given questions and not problem. This is a problem. Like you're doing a particular reaction and you want to know the enthalpy of formation, or rather, rather enthalpy of a reaction. Okay, let us assume that this is a very new type of reaction. This is a new type of reaction. You want to know the enthalpy of reaction. Look at the previous question and tell na. Atif, compare and tell. What information do you need? Yes, Reba, correct. So Reba, I'm sending you those values. Okay, where is Reba? Yeah. Reba, did you get? the message?
Yes, sir.
It's
For
fine.
CH4, it is the one you corrected.
Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. By the way, Reba,
Yes, sir.
you can for the I mean, you understand now what you have to do.
Yes, sir.
You have all the information now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. What about others? Najib, Mohammed Sheikh, Umar, Abdullah, Muhammad Umar, Atif, Rishan. Rishan. अच्छा, Rishan तो will not speak ना. Atif, tell me. क्या हुआ? You got any idea? अरे हाँ, yes, Mohammed Umar,
Yet.
correct. Yes, Reba. Acha, Atif, do you think the first, I mean, the question before this, it is similar question, yes or no? Those are similar questions, no?
Yes, yes.
So, what did I write next? There are some missing information here, okay? I'm saying that, but you have to tell me what is the missing information. Let me give you an analogy.
And then there'll be a formation of some of the.
Yeah, okay, send in chat. क्या चाहिए आपको? Send in chat. Okay, it is just like if I ask you to calculate the area, if I tell you to calculate the area of this particular rectangle, okay, this rectangle. Najib, can you hear me? No. Reba, I hope you are calculating now. Okay, I've said yes for that.
Yes.
Okay. No, Najib is not hearing me. Mohammed Sheikh, are you there? Yes, Mohammed Sheikh is not there. Okay. What about his friend Awsaf? Are you there? Awsaf
Yes,
is
sir.
also not there. Acha, Awsaf is here.
Okay.
Okay. You know how to calculate the area of a rectangle? Yes or no? Yes, Awsaf. You know it, na? Oh my God! What did I ask? Area of rectangle, Awsaf. I could not hear you. What did you say? You don't know? What happened? Awsaf, why you are not answering now? You have any problem? What about Muhammad Umar? Can you answer me, Muhammad Umar?
Sir, length into breadth.
Length into breadth. But in real life, it doesn't happen like this, na? For example, if you want to calculate the area of a rectangle anywhere, then what will you do? If I tell you to calculate the area of this rectangle, calculate, then what will you ask for me? What will you ask from me?
So the value of length and the value of breadth.
No, the value of length and value of breadth. Why? You did not even think about anything, right? You directly said. Similarly, I know, I understand this is the second question only, and that is why you're having problem. You're not asking the right question. You're not even asking any question. You're just stuck with a problem. Okay, but if I tell you to calculate the area, then you can ask right questions. Sir, what is the length? Sir, what is the breadth? Okay, so similarly, I want all of you to try to ask better questions for this problem. Okay, so you have a problem. Whenever you will have a problem, you will break that into some sequence of questions, and if you answer that questions, then the problem will be solved. Okay, fine. By the way, Reba. Okay, Muhammad Umar.
Yes, sir.
That is not right. I think you are doing some mistake. And please check na, that you are taking the values. I mean, the signs are fine or not, and also the stoichiometric coefficients, are they fine or not? Check those things. Okay. So Muhammad Umar, I am sending you for the first thing that you asked. Okay, for the first thing that you asked, the value is in kilojoule per mole. Okay, For the second thing that you asked, you can, for the second and third thing, you can use the value. It is already there in your notebook. Just look a bit here and there in the notebook. Like we have just used those values, okay? So you already have those values in your notebook. Okay. What happened? Atif, are you calculating, yes or no? Atif? Atif is not here. Okay, Nida. Okay, Nida is here. Atif has got disconnected, I think. Yes, Nida? Nida? Are you there, Nida? Can you hear me? I got disconnected for a while. Okay, so see here, Najib and Osaf, you understand? Osaf? Again, Osaf is also not answering. This is very bad. Those who will answer, they can understand. What about Abhinav? Abhinav, okay. Abhinav got disconnected. Fine. Okay. Now, those who tried, those who talked, they are the one who will gain here. Others will not gain here very much if you don't talk. Okay. The only reason why you're having only 8 people is because I can talk to each one of you. We have very less students. Why? Because I can talk to you. Now, those who are asking the good questions now, they will never, and they can make mistakes, obviously. Even I will make mistakes, but conceptually they will not be wrong anywhere. Okay. So I will be giving you the enthalpy of formation. Per mole. For CO2, it is minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole. And for H2O, it is minus 286 kilojoule per mole. Okay. So in the solution, I will write the delta H naught of reaction will be equal to delta HF naught of products minus delta HF naught of reactant. Okay. What are the products? The products are CO2 plus H2O. So delta HF naught. How many CO2? 1 CO2 plus 2 H2O minus delta HF naught of the reactants, only CH4 and not of O2 because O2 will be 0. And how many CH4? Only 1 CH4. Only 1 CH4. Okay. That means this will be equal to, for CO2, this will be minus 393.5 plus 2 into minus 286 minus, for CH4 it will be how much? Minus 74. Na? For CH4 it is equal to 74.8. Minus 6 to the 12 into the 16 was 17, 2 to the 4, 5. Whatever you will be getting, it will be in kilojoule per mole. So what do we have here? 0.5, 5, and what do we have here? 7 plus 9 is 18, and then here we have 9, minus 74.8 kilojoule per mole. So we will have 0.3, and then here we will be having 5, no, 0, 8, and 4. So here we will be having how much? No. No. 0 is fine. 890.3, I guess. Check now if this is correct. Don't think this is correct.
Minus 393.5 minus 572. The answer is 96. 965.5, not 985.5.
Yeah, sorry. Then the answer is how much? Minus. Sorry, here it will be plus. All of you understood this question, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Done? Can I move on? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, whatever you do now, this reaction is very important. Okay, this reaction is the one which is telling me how to write the delta HR is equal to products minus reaction. Let us write one more question. The composition of 1 mole of benzene at 298 Kelvin and 1 bar gives CO2 and H2O, gives CO2, H2O, and produces 3267 kilojoules of heat. Produces 3267 kilojoule of heat. Calculate the standard enthalpy of formation of benzene. Wait, Muhammad Umar, I can scroll up here. Yes, Muhammad Umar, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, the most important thing, okay, fine. They will also give you the enthalpy of formation of CO2 and H2O, but I'm not writing it here because we already know for CO2 it is 393.5 and for water it is 286 kilojoules per mole. Okay. Now the most important thing is that you have to look up for the reaction. What is the reaction that is happening here? It is the combustion of benzene. So you have to write the reaction. They have not given you the reaction. Okay. So tell me, what is the formula for benzene? What is the molecular formula for benzene?
C6,
You have to know
H6.
that. Yeah, thank you very much. C6H6. And combustion mean reaction with what? Combustion means reaction with what?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Very good. And this is giving me CO2. Wait a second. Let me make some spaces because I need to balance this now. C6H6 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. Plus H2O. Now, one more information that is present, that it produces this much of heat. That means the delta H of this reaction is equal to, now I can write not here. Why? Because it is 1 bar. It is 1 bar. It is equal to minus. Why minus? Because it is producing 3267 kilojoule. 3267 kilojoule. Now, for the balancing of this reaction, you have to take care of one thing. That thing is 1 mole of benzene. You cannot change this. If you are why? Because if you are having 1 mole of benzene, if you are burning 1 mole of benzene, then this much heat is evolved. If I change anything here, then I will have to change something here also. Okay. So please keep this information this information is very critical, that you have to keep this 1 mole of benzene. You cannot change the stoichiometric coefficient of benzene, because there is an additional information of heat produced, and that should be in correspondence and in accordance with the moles of benzene that is used for burning. Now, if I want to balance this reaction, then I will see hydrogen. There are 6 molecules here. Hydrogen, there is only 2. So I will multiply this by 3. I will multiply this by 3. For carbon, I will multiply here by 6. Now I can see that we have only 2 oxygens here, and here we have how many? 6 to the 12 and 15 oxygens here, right? So how can we make this 15 oxygen? What I can do is, if I multiply this by 15, then there will be 30 oxygen. If I divide this by 2, this here it will become 15 oxygens in the reactant also. Now this 15 by 2 may look very weird. It is only happening because we have to keep 1 mole of benzene. Okay, 1 mole of benzene as it is given in the question. Now you have delta HR is equal to delta HF of what? Products minus delta HF. Now this not I will be forgetting sometimes, but please forgive me for that. Okay, of a reactant. Okay, now delta HF of product, that means the delta HF of how many CO2s? 6 CO2, 6 CO2 plus 3 H2O minus delta HF not of how what? Only C6H6. Why not oxygen? Because oxygen in its elemental form, it has enthalpy of formation equal to 0. Now this will be equal to 6 CO2. That means 6 into minus 393.5 kilojoules plus 3H2O means 3 into minus 286 kilojoules per mole minus delta HF of formation. Now here we will be having delta H of reaction, which is equal to minus 3267 kilojoule. Now here I can write delta HF not for C6H6. Okay. Now if I will take this whole fragment in the left hand side and bring the 3267 on the right hand side, then it will be the delta HF of C6H6. It is equal to 3267 minus 6 into 393.5 plus 3 into 286. Calculate this and tell me what is the answer. I hope all of you understand this. All of you are following me till here, na? Yes, Atif, Muhammad Umar.
minus 286.
नहीं, वो हमने ना ये माइनस यहाँ पे था ना, so I took this common. हाँ. So 6 4s are 24. 2400 plus 9. 2400. Somewhere around 50, I guess. 3,300, and here you have 267. Atif, no. Other things I have written correct, no? Yeah. Yes, Reba, you are correct. Atif, check the calculations. This will be 3267. What happened? 6 into 393.5. It is what, 2367? 2367 or 1?
1.
And plus, this is how much? 800,
58.
800,
58.
58. Can I add these two?
219.
219.
3219.
Okay. All of you guys are following me, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Any problem till here?
No.
No problem, right? No problem. Okay. Write this down. Let me know if you're done. Then we can move on. Let me know, okay, Muhammad Umar, Atif, if anyone is writing. Atif, where did you got that mistake? What did you do?
No, sir, I made a mistake in calculation.
Acha. Okay. It's fine. So, can I move on? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Oh, who is writing? Who is writing, right? Okay. Now, tell me something. Don't have to write these parts, okay? I have a reaction A and I'm going to B. And it is giving out 50 joules of energy. While going from B to C, I have to put in 100 joules of energy. Going C to D, I have to put in, let us say, 20 joules of energy. And if I go from D to E, it is giving me minus 200. That means it is giving me 200 joules of energy. So calculate the enthalpy change for A to E. Do it. I mean, no theory, nothing. If whatever seems logical to you, you do it, okay? And tell me the answer. So tell me how much enthalpy change will be there. Like if I'm going from A to B, B to C, C to D, you have minus sign and plus sign, no? So minus signs, that means it is liberated. Plus signs, that means it is, we are giving it out. So let me write it like this. Okay. You understand the question, Atif? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Muhammad Umar. Yes, Atif, correct. What about others? Reba, you understand the question? Nida, Najib, Muhammad Sheikh, and Awsaf, these are not answering it. Abhinav, what do you think? Abhinav is also not answering. He again got disconnected or what? Reba, what happened?
Yes, sir.
You're doing it or no?
I did not understand the question.
You did not understand the question? Okay. So suppose you are going from A to B. Okay, you are, I mean, and you are, okay. Wait a second, Muhammad Umar. Yeah. Reba, you are going from A to B. If reactant is A, product is B. That reaction is giving out 50 joules of energy. Then you are going from B to C. It is requiring 100 joules of energy. Then C to D is requiring 20 joules of energy. And then D to E, when you go, then you are, then 200 joules of energy is released. So tell me, what will happen? What is the net energy change if I go from A to E? What is the net energy change?
We have to subtract 50 from 200.
Think energy in terms of money, na? So if you want to go from A to E, you obviously have to go to B to C to D, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. So,
No? So we have to add it all, na?
yes, sir.
Minus 50 plus 100 plus 20 plus minus 200. So that
Yes,
will
sir.
give you minus 130. Okay, minus 130. So this is as simple as plain and simple logic, okay? But in thermodynamics, we have a rule for this. We have a rule for this because we want to standardize everything. You're going in the right direction. We will explain the Born-Haber. Okay, now Muhammad Umar is saying something. That's why I'm answering him. We will explain the Born-Haber cycle by this law. This law is Hess law or Hess law, whatever you want to say. Hess's law of constant heat summation. What does it say? It states that, please write with me, if a reaction takes place in several steps, then it's delta H R naught. That means the standard enthalpy of reaction is the sum of delta H R naught of the intermediate reactions at same temperature. Okay, because temperature we have to keep constant in the definition of standard enthalpy. Temperature is not a requirement, so we have to calculate the enthalpy of reaction in same temperature. What does this mean? It means that if I go from A to B, this is requiring delta H1, B to C, delta H2, C to D, delta H3, and D to E, delta H4. Okay, and let us suppose if I go from A to E, it is requiring delta H R. Okay, so I will put the knots here, and hence I can say delta H R naught is equal to delta H1, delta H2 plus delta H3 plus delta H4. Okay, and so on, if there are more. What does this mean? It also means one more thing. As you can see that the path which we are taking for going A to E are two different paths. There is some small parts and path, and there is one big path. Okay, there is one direct path and there is one path with some intermediate reactions. But whatever we have, the enthalpy change is the same. Okay, so what I can write is, since enthalpy change is what? It is a state function. Hence the delta H for a particular reaction, is the same whether the reaction takes one step or several steps.
So can you zoom out?
Yeah, sure. Done.
Done, sir.
What about others?
No,
Done. Okay. Okay. So please write a question. Okay, on this will be on Hell's law. Questions are not very simple. It is not like you will be given different reaction, intermediate reactions, and you will be asked to calculate the total enthalpy. Okay, so please write the question. Write the question with me. Okay. Calculate the enthalpy of formation. Calculate the enthalpy of formation of ethane from the following data. The following data. Okay. So the data that is given is there are three reactions which are given. Carbon solid plus O2 gas will give you CO2, and this will be accompanied with a release of 393.5 kilojoule per mole of energy. Okay. B. If you do the same thing, O2 is there, sorry, O2. H2 gas plus O2 gas will give you H2O, and this will give you delta H naught of minus 286 kilojoule per mole. C part is, if you do the same thing with ethane, this is going to give you CO2 plus H2O. Okay, I need to balance these things now. Let me balance this thing by half O2 and C2H6. Let me keep this as 1 mole for O2. Carbon here, it will be 2. There are 2 hydrogens, so I will multiply this by 3. For O2, this will be equal to how much? I think 7 by 2. Yeah, this is accompanied by H naught of minus 1560 kilojoule per mole. Okay, write this question. Let me know if you're done. Okay,
Done, sir.
all of you done? Yes or no? Atif, Muhammad Umar, all of you are done? Nida? Okay, I think all of you are done. Okay, now there are a few things that I want to ask you. If you have a rock, let us say if you have a rock and you are lifting it up, you're going from point A to point B, and this is on the ground, then you have to give, let us say, plus 5 kilojoules of energy, plus 5 kilojoule of energy. Now, how much energy will be released if it is coming from B to A? Tell me, how much energy will be released?
minus 5 kilojoule.
5 kilojoule will be released. That means minus 5 kilojoule. Okay. The same thing is true. This is for if you are having a classical physics problem. That means whatever energy, I mean, if you are reversing the process, then the release of energy will become absorption of energy, and the absorption of energy will become release of energy. So for a reaction also it is true. If I write A to B, is giving me delta H of, let us say, my X joules, then B to A will give me delta H of minus X joules. Okay, is everyone clear with this point? Yes or no?
Yes,
Or
sir.
all of you, okay, all of you are fine with this point also? No. Next thing, 2 plus y plus z is equal to 3x plus y. Can I do this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Y plus z is equal to 3x plus 2, 3x plus p is equal to z plus g. Can I do this if I have to add these two reactions? Sorry, if I have to add these two equations, can I do this?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay, fine. Thank you very much. All of you understand these 2 points now? Can I move on now? I will delete this. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now let's go back to this question. Our question. Now, in this question, what they have asked, tell me what is the question, what they have asked? What did they ask? Tell me.
Enthalpy of formation of C3.
Delta HF not of C2H6. As soon as you have written delta HF not for C2H6, there should be a reaction for you. That will be your target reaction. Okay. So our target reaction is what? In which we are forming 1 mole of C2H6 because they have been asked enthalpy of formation. Enthalpy of formation is only valid if you're writing the product as 1 mole. So C2H6. Now, what are the elements that we need for the formation of C2H6? What do we need? We need,
2NH.
sorry. What do we need, Atif? What elements do we need, Atif? Muhammad Umar, what elements do we need for the preparation of, for the formation of C2H6? Are? What elements?
H2O.
Can you say it properly, Reba? I could not hear you. थोड़ा आराम से
No.
बोलिए.
CO2 and H2O.
CO2 and H2O. What elements? I'm repeating this. What elements do I need? C, enthalpy of formation. This is why the what is this, Reba? What is this, Reba? Now tell me. Whatever you said, are they element? Whatever you said, are they element? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, no. So tell me, what elements do I need?
Carbon and hydrogen.
Simple as that, no? Carbon and hydrogen, and in their most stable form. Okay. So carbon you will always find as graphite, that is carbon solid. What about hydrogen? What is the stable state of hydrogen? H2 gas. Now, if I want to balance this, I will write 2 carbon and I will write 3 H2. Done, all of you? Any problem till here?
No, sir.
No. Now we have to prepare this equation. We have to prepare this target equation using these 3 equations. Okay, using these 3 equations. Fine. Now, how to do that? The simplest way is take the first reaction which is given. Take the reaction A. Okay. Now, in this reaction A, there will be at least one chemical species which will be same to the target reaction. So compare this first reaction A and the target reaction and tell me what chemical species is common in both of them. Which chemical species is common in both of them? What, Reba? I cannot hear you. What has happened to your mic?
Oxygen.
What did I ask, Reba? Can you repeat that? Miss Reba, what did I ask?
What is same in both of the reaction.
In the
Reaction.
which reaction?
A and B.
A and target reaction. Okay, A and target reaction. Okay. Tell me what is common. What
Carbon, hydrogen.
Okay, Reba, you're not you're not paying any attention. What happened, others, guys? Atif, are you there? Abhinav, are you there? Muhammad Umar, Muhammad Sheikh, Najib, Nida.
Yes, sir.
Atif, tell me what is common in reaction A and target reaction?
The carbon.
Carbon.
Only carbon, na, Reba? There is no hydrogen
Yes.
there. Okay. Now all of you will tell me, is carbon on the reaction A and target reaction, are they on the same side? That means, are they on the reactant side in both of them?
Yes, sir.
They are on the same side, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you will write that reaction as it is. Okay. So you will write that reaction as it is. If they are on the same side, there is only one thing, which is carbon there. Okay. So that is why I will write carbon. Now, please remember, when I am writing a thermochemical equation, I have to also include the thermodynamics, the thermodynamic property, enthalpy of formation, or enthalpy of reaction, right? Okay, all the enthalpies that we are going to study, they can be written as enthalpy of reaction minus 393.5 kilojoule per mole. Now tell me the same thing for B. What is common in B reaction and the
Hydrogen.
target reaction? Hydrogen is okay. Are they on the same side? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So write H2 gas plus half O2. This is giving me H2O minus 286 kilojoule per mole. By the way, one more thing. There is something different between the A reaction carbon and the target reaction carbon. It is that there are two carbon molecules here. There is only one carbon molecule. So we have to also equate that. So I will multiply the whole reaction by 2. That means I have to also multiply this delta HR naught by 2. Similarly, if I look at the H2, there are 3 H2 in the target and there is only 1 H2 in the given reaction. That is why I will multiply this by 3. Okay, all of you understand till here, till the multiplication, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now look at this reaction and tell me, should I write it as it is or should I reverse it?
Reverse it.
We have to reverse it. Why?
Reverse it, sir.
Reverse it. All of you agree?
Right.
Yeah, okay. That means I will start with 2 CO2, which is a gas, plus 3 H2O. Okay. And this is going to give me what? This is going to give me C2H6, which is a gas, plus 7 by 2 O2. Now, the enthalpy of this reaction will be what? What will be the enthalpy of this reaction? What will be the enthalpy of this reaction? What happened?
Plus 1.
Plus, no? Yeah. So it will be plus 1560 kilojoule per mole. Okay, because when we reverse it, all the plus sign becomes negative sign. The signs are changed. The signs are changed. Okay. Now, if I'm multiplying 2 here, what I will do is, let me just write 2, 2, 2, and this by 2. I will multiply 2 here like this. Okay. Now this reaction is fine. The same thing I can do for this also. I will multiply this whole thing by 3, and I will write 3 here, and I will write 3 here, and I will write 3 here, right? 3 by 2. Okay. Now, there are a few things that you can eliminate. you can eliminate CO2 by CO2, correct? You can eliminate 3H2O by 3H2O. Similarly, what else can you eliminate? Can you add these two? 2O2 plus 3 by 2O2. What is 2 plus 3 by 2? What is 2 plus 3 by 2? 2 2s are 4 plus 3, 7 by 2 na? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
है ना? So what I can do, I can take these two because we are going to add it, and then I can eliminate this with 7 by 2 O2. Any doubts still here? Tell me.
Sir.
No doubt,
Nobody
na?
able to eliminate.
That is why I asked now. Chemical equations, these are equations, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Can I do this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you understand now. Actually, what is going to happen? We will write it like this: x plus y plus p plus q is equal to x plus p plus r plus s. That means we can eliminate these two also. I can eliminate these two also, and then I can eliminate p also. Okay. So rather than waiting for the addition, we eliminate before the addition. Understand it? Atif, you got this, no?
Yes, sir.
Not a big problem. Okay. I have got one chat. Let me read that. Yes, Umar Abdullah, I will do that. No problem. Okay, wait. I will do that. Now here you can see that we have got the equation that we have. This is our target, okay? And we have got the target. We have 2 carbon solid plus 3H2 is giving me C2H6. Now here what you have to do, this delta H, whatever I'm going to write will be the formation, because we have 1 mole, which will be equal to this minus 393.5 into 2 plus minus 286 into 3 plus 1560. Okay. Any problem?
No, sir.
No, no. So you will get the delta H formation. If you calculate the whole thing, it will be somewhere around 85 kilojoule per mole. Okay. You want me to zoom out a bit? Yeah. So see, the steps are very important. Number 1, write the target reaction. Compare the given reactions with target reaction. Thirdly, what you have to do while you are comparing it, you need to equate, you have to equate the common species. Yeah. Stoichiometric coefficient of the common species and its side, that is product or reactant, should be same. Okay. So these are the major steps. Okay. Fourth point is don't forget the delta H. Okay, this is important. Most of the time you will be not multiplying this 2, this 3. Okay. Done? Yes, guys, done. Can you stop sharing the screen? Okay. No doubt, na? हाँ guys, Reba,
sir.
No doubt,
Atif,
sir.
no doubt, na? Okay. This is going to be easier than the thermodynamics. Okay, so the field that we are studying right now is thermochemistry. Okay, inside thermodynamics we are rather studying thermochemistry, which is easier. Okay, don't have to worry much. It's very mechanical in the sense that you don't have to remember many concepts here. You just have your number of moles and have your delta H's perfect, then everything will be crisp. Okay, Muhammad Umar, let me know if you're done. Then I can move on. Done? Okay. Stopping the screen share. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Muhammad Umar, you want? Okay.